6:13 a.m. and we're moving amongst sprinkles. The forecast changed overnight while I was sleeping from no rain to a chance of rain before 8 o'clock. No accumulation though, so I'm going to just assume that it's going to just be sprinkles. Beautiful sunrise trying to work its way up into the sky this morning, so I'm optimistic because that's the direction I'm heading. Today we're going down. We're going from 3,900 feet. The next shelter is at 800 feet. So all that elevation gain yesterday is going to be lost today. My knees are just totally excited about this. A little cool again this morning, but the temps are going to start to improve as the days progress. Boy, I hope so. It is May, right? But no, we're in a little bit of a cold snap here. I knew that this whole week was going to be chilly, so I'm ready for it. I'm actually trying to practice layering clothing that I expect that I will have in my summer kit without the things that I won't. I'm thinking I'm going to probably send my down puffy home and just keep my synthetic down. So I'm trying to see if I can handle that and how low the temperature I can go that I feel comfortable. So this is like about 40 degrees and I don't have my puffy on right now, so that's good. Also just wanted to report that I started seeing bear scat on the trail yesterday. I have not witnessed a bear yet, but obviously there's evidence that they're active and out and about. Ironically, this is the first notice this year that I've seen for bear activity. So this was just from a couple days ago, 4 days ago. Part of the reason why I don't stay at shelters. Well, how I feel right now is that everything about today was a lie. It's only been like an hour and a half into the day, but I don't see any kind of sunshine. And I just climbed 700 feet, which is almost all of the drop that I did coming right out of camp. I'm still climbing. I thought I was done. Now we're dropping. So it occurred to me this morning, my knees have been bothering me a lot more lately. Just an overall achiness in both of them. And then I realized I haven't been rolling my hamstrings or my calves as anywhere near as much as I used to. So this morning I was given this beautiful log to get my hamstrings. They are the hardest to find something where I can actually roll on them. Next up are my calves. just looked over and down into the valley next to me, and it was raining. Today is not the kind of day you want it to rain. It's cold. It's windy and it's cold. So I'm really hoping it doesn't rain today. I don't know what happened to the forecast. There was a chance of rain before 8 o'clock, and we are past that now. Hopefully it clears up and the sun comes out. It was supposed to be like 68 degrees today, or 58, I'm sorry. This is the James River down here, which we'll be crossing at about 10 miles in for the day. I'm at 6 right now, so 4 miles. That's why we're dropping the 800 down to 835 feet. And then behind the tree is the climb back up for the afternoon. So right over here. And the sun is desperately trying to make its way out, but over here it's raining. So we're just gonna try to stay positive and be patient and trust that the sun is gonna come out. And it's trying right there. Okay, we have got dabbled sunshine now. It's already like 10 degrees warmer. Not ready to take all these layers off. I don't even want to take them off my head or my hands just yet. I need to see a lot more blue sky. So I'm just finishing up lunch at the John's Hollow shelter. It's a pretty nice location, nice little grassy area with a picnic table. Shelter is your basic standard AT shelter. I think I'm going to be doing a short mileage day today. It'll be 15 miles when I get to my location. There are some cliffs up ahead and a viewpoint and a ridge line. And apparently there's some good camping there, but no water. Minimum is I'm going to have to carry for 2 miles, but I'm getting the sense that there's going to be camping all along the ridge. I'm just going to play that by ear. My knees are really achy today. So it probably would be beneficial if I just do 15. I got to check to see how long it's going to take me to get into my next resupply from Buena Vista. To Buena Vista. I guess it's called Buena Vista, something like that. It's not it's not said the normal way, like buena. And make sure that it's all doable and that the timing will be right. And just also wanted to say that I got a chance to talk with Little Buhhda this morning. He caught up with me at my second break at the previous shelter. And turns out he's quite the interesting guy. He's hiked all 3 trails, Triple Crown trails, multiple times. He's like a triple crowner. And the guy is just insane. He's also done the Eastern Continental Trail several times. That trail runs from Key West to Newfoundland. It's like a ridiculous, I think he said 6,000 miles. He's done that. It will be 3 times when he finishes it. He's on it again right now. The AT is part of that multitude of trail connections to make up that big trail. Yesterday he did 30 miles. Not all that unusual, but he started on Springer in that section on April 1st. And it's like May 2nd. So I just like can't even get my head around that. It's half the time that it took me to do what I'm doing. And that was already on top of having hiked from Key West. So pretty amazing guy. He's done a lot of the trails that I've done, including the Hayduke Trail. So we got to talk about that. And he's really pushing me to consider doing the Great Divide Trail. But not alone. There are grizzlies out there, and he said he had a nice little run-in with a couple of them that gave him a good scare. He wasn't involved, but it was enough to scare him. Anyhow, I'm gonna push on now. The day is still cold. I haven't taken my 2 jackets off all day. The sun is diminishing again. There's blue sky, but right now it's currently more cloudy than blue. Hopefully whatever system is bringing on this kind of weather moves out pretty soon, because I gotta tell you, after 3 days of this, it's getting a little old, but I will take this any day over rain.
All right, Carl, I'll catch up with you in a few minutes, but first I'm here with Sunkissed. And she's on that social media platform called
Sunkissed Steps.
Sunkissed Steps.
And they all know that because that's where you're going to be.
Of course, you already know that because you're watching Sunkissed Steps right now. And hey, did I mention that I am Father Time? Some days I'm Rip Van Winkle. Look that folk story up. And it's my life. It's the story of my life. Oh, let me get you back in here. Sunkissed, do you know who Rip Van Winkle is?
I do, but don't grill me on it.
Look it up. It's very interesting story.
He fell asleep for like 100 years or something, right?
Yeah, this is back when folks used to read for entertainment instead of watching the frickin' boob tube. And where is Sunkissed Steps hosted? Who hosted it?
YouTube.
Yeah. So we're both YouTube famous, but that doesn't mean somebody washes our dishes for us. We have to wash our own dishes. And so we're going to close, but
I just want to add that Rip Van Winkle here has been out doing trail magic today, and he has evidence of that right behind him. And I personally greatly appreciate it because it's a hard thing for a little me to get over some of these fallen trees.
I know. Well, we saw them up, and you keep on. That allows you to keep on stepping.
That's right.
In the sun-kissed fashion.
That's right.
Now we could do this for quite a while, but she's got a few more miles to go, so we're going to wish you continued blessings out there in U-Boob land. And you have my warmest regards. Thank you. Look over at my channel. You know, I got a gaming channel and some trail maintenance videos. And over there, my gaming name is Laundry Number 34. That was me in the Marine Corps. So and
what about your trail maintenance page?
I'm Rip Van Winkle, Father Time, and and this is This region is maintained by the Natural Bridge Appalachian Trail Club.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. So my gaming name is Laundry Number, and you can actually physically feel my warmest regards. The next time you do laundry and you get those clothes out, just give them a hug, and you will feel our warmest regards. So, I don't even think it's recording, is it?
It is.
Well, how do we know? Because I don't have a grandchild here taking care of the camera.
5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5.
So we're coming up on the magic 3 minutes. All you YouTube experts know that if you have a video that's over 3 minutes, you get boosted in the algorithm. All right, y'all take care. See you next time.
Bye. Yep. Just saw 3 slack packers going south, so coming at me. One was Alabama Chowder, haven't seen him in ages. And then Wedge, who I've never met before. And Boxer Mom with Otis. And they were pack free, and Otis had so much spunk in his step. Yay, Otis! We are just below the cliffs now. And this is the hottest I've been in days. Like 3 days. Since Sunday. Before it rained. Good thing because I'm going to be camping up here. I got a report from the slack packers that there is really good camping. And it looks like the best spot is the one at the very, very top. So I'm sure it's windy up there. I'm sure the cliffs are breaking the wind for me right now. But we're going to go for it because that's just going to make tomorrow a little bit shorter. Because I found out that it's going to only be 17 or 18 miles to the road into my next resupply. So I'm going to go for it. But I promised my body we'd stop by 4 today. So I got to get moving. Well, I'm at the top of Little Rocky Row. Came down across let's go back over here first. I don't know if you can see this, but this long, flat-topped mountain right over here, you can just make out that FAA tower. That was the top of my climb yesterday. And then I've climbed all the way down and over and down and over to the river. And I crossed over this footbridge right here. And then I climbed all the way up to where I'm at now. All right, so this is my dilemma now. I just met Bruno. Father Time told me he was about 10 minutes ahead of me. And I asked, where are you going tonight? Because I got my eye on that campsite up ahead. And he's like, I don't know yet, but I'm starting to get tired. I didn't want to offer up that was where I was going, because then I thought maybe he'd get a good idea to stay there too. So, looks like I might get company again tonight. I really want to stay there though. It's supposed to be awesome. You can actually see the top in the distance there. So, it is what it is. Alright, I have about a little over a mile to go and then I'm done. Should be right on time for 4, maybe a hair after. And, shockingly and remarkably, I've been massage ball rolling my hamstrings and my calves every time I've been stopping today, and finally my knees have stopped hurting. So let's hope that they are good on the rest of this climb today. I'm beginning to think that I have gone and lost my mind. This climb is so steep, with water for a dry camp. Like 16 miles done for the day now. We're going a little after 4 o'clock now. And I had a guy who's probably going to camp up there already. And did I mention it's very windy and cold? What was I thinking? Who said Virginia was flat and easy? Because I'd like to have a talk with them right now. Taking a break for emergencies like this. Okay, I think we are finally about to approach the summit of this big, bad boy. Well, I made it to the top. Okay, I am going to show you my campsite at Big Rocky Row. It's almost sacrilegious to do this and a little bit emotional, so I'm gonna try and get through this without too much emotion. I'm gonna turn the camera around. This is my campsite tonight. This is the view that I get to look at the whole time I'm here. So this is what happened. I got here, and Bruno, who was the gentleman just ahead of me on the trail, was sitting right where I set my tent up. And I will say, I was a bit devastated. I looked on far out and saw that the next campsite listed was 4 miles away. And I've already done 17 miles today, and it was 4:30. And but I got my gumption up and said I gotta go, and I'll find a stealth spot along the way, and everything will be fine. Everything is gonna work out just fine. And so as I was leaving, I just said, hey, are you planning on camping here tonight? It's a really great spot. And he said, I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm going to go a little bit further. And I said, oh, really? I was thinking of camping here, but there's really not room for 2 people. And he said, yeah, it is a nice place. It would be a nice place to camp. And the whole time I kind of just felt like he was undecided about it. And I said, well, there isn't any other camping for like 4 miles. I said, but I don't know, you don't really seem the type that wants to camp with somebody else. And he said, no, I do like to camp by myself. I said, well, if you're not going to stay here, I think I am. And I don't want to rush you from leaving. And when I had walked up to him, he was sitting with his legs crossed and his eyes were closed. So I asked him, were you meditating? And he said that he if that's what you call meditating. He said he does like a moving meditation. I'm not going to get into it. I know, like, my friend Melissa knows what he's talking about, and anybody else who's into meditation understands that. So I'm not going to share the rest of what we talked about, but it was definitely along those lines of meditation and those thought processes. And anyways, he ended up saying, I want you to have this campsite tonight. You need it more than I do. So I kind of felt really bad that I was like, one, making it seem like he should give me the campsite, which was not the case. I just needed to know so that I could be on my way if it was not an available option. And two, I felt like I was rushing him out of the area. But we ended up talking for quite a while, and he's a very spiritual person, and he gave me a lot of wisdom. And I have a lot of things to think about tomorrow. One of the things that he kind of brought back to my attention was one of my goals for being out here, which I really have ignored for I don't even know how long, to be honest. I've kind of just lost sight of it. And that is my whole wish to work on living in the present and not thinking about the past, not worrying about the future. So bringing that back to the forefront and laying it on the table for me was just a really incredible experience. But like I said, I'm not going to get into more about what we talked about because it's a special conversation that he and I had. But I didn't even really feel comfortable about sharing this location to you because it's now something really intimate to me. But it happened, and magical things happen on the trail. And I also had kind of told myself that I would never cry on camera. And Bruno also told me that crying is a good thing and that crying brings fresh insight. So there you have it. I also think it's pretty ironic that Little Buhhda came into my life last night at that campground, and we had a great conversation today. And now Bruno is my big Buddha, apparently. Forgive me for being lazy. I couldn't bring myself to prop up my camera for a nice view to give you guys, but you can see what I can see from my tent. I've got a precise 17 miles tomorrow into Buena Vista. I'm not sure how you say it locally. Correct pronunciation is Buena Vista, even though it's spelled Buena Vista. Right now, my feet and my knees feel fine. I don't know if I'm past it and everything's going to be great tomorrow morning. But boy, my knees were so achy today, both of them equally. Hopefully the work I did on them today helped. I also used some Voltaren cream. I don't know which one worked or if both in combination did it. But I'm hoping that tomorrow they're better. In any regard, I'm probably going to take a 0 tomorrow. It's been 6 days, so it's a fair amount of time, once a week, right? I'm close with that. And just give my body a rest, because I just really think they're just tired, because my muscles are tired. The only thing I haven't really been working on are my quads, which I should be, because I do feel some soreness in them as well. And yeah, this was a tough little section of Virginia. 5,900 feet of climbing in Virginia is no joke. And when I went back and looked at my records, it's actually the most climbing I've done of all the AT so far in a day. So that explains a lot. Other than that, though my spirits were a little jostled around today because of the continuous cold streak that we're having, and then with my joints, my knee joints just being achy, it was a little bit of a downer, but I think I fought through it pretty good. Little Buhhda gave me a big pickup today after our morning break, and that was fun. And then this afternoon, after I took a nice long lunch break at that shelter, I felt pretty good, and Father Time helped me boost my morale at that point as well. And then when I got up to this beautiful campsite and everything that happened up here. So I'm hoping that tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to feel pretty good. I'm going to be able to roll into town and take good care of myself there. So let's start with a good night's sleep. I hope you all have a good night's sleep too. Good night.